Welcome to Making and Baking. Today we're baking ANZAC biscuits, one of the most iconic Australian biscuits. It's really simple, not too many ingredients, and in fact there's no milk and no eggs. We've got 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of plain flour, 1 cup of brown sugar. You can use white or brown. I use brown because it makes a chewier biscuit, whereas the white sugar makes more of a crispy biscuit, and I like the chewy. We've got 1/2 cup of desiccated coconut. So you can use up to a whole cup. We're not huge fans of coconut, so we use only 1/2 cup and it works perfectly. I've got 125 grams of butter, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, and I've got 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and we'll also put the baking soda with 1 tablespoon of boiling water, but that's not here because we need it boiling when we use it. Let's get to it. All of our dry ingredients go together first, so it's all ready to mix in when we've got our butter and golden syrup melted together. So flour, oats and coconut. Gonna give that a quick stir through. These come together really quickly, so I've already got my trays prepped and lined with baking powder. And I'm just about to put on my oven at 175 degrees Celsius so that it can preheat. Don't forget to add your sugar to the mix. And I'm going to break that all up and mix that all the way through. Alrighty, so we're going to put our saucepan on medium to low heat because we just want to melt the butter. Now a little trick to get your syrups, your honeys, your sticky, runny sugars out of a thing easily is just to fill it with oil, just a little bit around the outside and it'll come right out. One tablespoon of boiling hot water. We're going to add our soda. Now we've got to move a little bit quicker. This is going to get moving. As you can see, it starts to foam. That's what we're looking for. Mix that all the way through. Turn off our heat. Now, make sure you've got a heat-proof bowl for this. I'm using glass. And get as much as that liquid mixture in here as possible. Now we want to make sure the flour and the dry ingredients are all mixed in. We don't want any left over. And then we can start rolling them into biscuits. Our mixture's still a little bit crumbly, but that's okay, because what we're going to do is just grab a spoonful and push it into a ball in whatever size you want. Because the sugar's actually going to melt in the oven, that's going to be fine if it's a bit crumbly. I used to love this mixture as a kid. I used to eat it a little bit raw, wait until the end. It's my favourite. I suppose you're not supposed to do that, but I loved it. Our biscuits are all rolled out, ready to go. Now you see I've left quite a bit of space between them. They will spread out. You can push them down a little bit just to see how far they might spread. I'm gonna risk it. I'm happy to leave them a bit thicker so they get a bit chewier, which I love. In the oven for anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes. I like to have mine in for between 12 and 14 minutes because again, I like that softer texture that they come out with. If you want them more crispy, leave them in for longer. They will harden up after you take them out of the oven though, so just keep that in mind. ANZACs are out of the oven. I had them cooking for about 13 minutes. There's some slight variations in colour. The darker ones will harden up a lot more than the lighter coloured biscuits. They are still a little warm, but they're slowly getting there, as you can see. They're still quite chewy, which I love. This might not be for everyone, so cook them a little bit longer. If you're worried about how crumbly the mixture is, you can add a little bit more water, a tablespoon or two. And just remember, when you take them out of the oven, don't try and lift them because they will just fall apart on the tray. Here we go. This one is quite thick. I like how the biscuits are thick. It's crunchier on the outside and a lot softer on the inside. Perfect. And action.